Shalom, shalom, children of the light. All praises to the Most High Yah. All stability brought to by Yahshua. All understanding and knowledge comes from the Ruach, the Holy Spirit. How you want to play, man? Huh? You want to play mode right now? All praises, man. I've been kind of hesitating on doing this video just because I've been really trying to spend time with the Father and make sure that I'm delivering this message, as clear as possible. I got my buddy with me. He don't want to stay still, but I call him Benny. Tribe of Benjamin. Got it out, man. But he been putting in my spirit success and suffering. And I don't want to say verse because these two actually go hand in hand. We got to go through suffering to get to the success part, right? But what's revealed to me is that the suffering is for us as the individual. The success is for those who the Most High is tending for us to help. See, I think we misconceive our sufferings as pain. Or is it something we just want to run from? We want it to be over. Not understanding that we go through these things for a reason. Like it speaks in Hebrew, Yahshua. He had to go through suffering to learn obedience. Same with us. We have to go through this suffering because it's a character builder. It's building our virtue. It's building our faith. It's building our patience. What it say? Let patience have her perfect works. All of this is so we can be able to have self-control. And how would you ever learn how to have self-control if you don't engage or go through things that's going to challenge that? Like I said, it's easy to do what you want to do. But sometimes what you want to do ain't always the right thing to do. And when you leading yourself, you could be your own stumbling block. You could be your own hindrance. Some of us get lucky. And I use that word luck very loosely. But some of us get through on our own recognizance, but it don't last that long. Especially if it wasn't deemed by the Most High. And that can give us a false perception of self-worship. See, everything needs to be given glory to the Most High and not ourselves. To be a disciple, discipleship is to have discipline. Meaning it's things that we have to encounter. It's things we got to go through. Because at the end of the day, if we don't, we're missing out. We're missing out on the experience that we need to be gaining from all our situations and circumstances to be able to help someone else in need. The Most High said we should be tending to the widows, the needy, the poor, the fatherless. Meaning, what we go through is not for us per se. Or I should say, what we gain is not for us per se. It's for us to be able to, one, have gratitude and recognition and giving thanks to the Most High that He brought us through, but also building on those things, because it's going to be individuals who are going to come behind us who are going to encounter these same circumstances. And when you got experience in certain things, you are able to help someone else. As I said before, to be a leader is not to be me sitting here being a dictator. No, it's me pulling people up, and if I got to, get them a boost above me. You know, just like a parent, you shouldn't be selfish, or you shouldn't, have any envy or hate against your child. If your child doing better than you, then you should be a proud parent. Yahshua said that your own household gonna be your enemies. He's coming to bring a sword to divide that right. There's gonna be mother versus daughter, sons versus father. It says, Father, be cautious and careful how you deal with your children, not to chastise them in the matter of causing them to stumble. See, when the Most High chastises us, He's not doing it to cause us to stumble. He's doing it so we can learn from our situation and mistakes. So when we're going through our suffering, as we call it, our trials and our tribulations, it's not to hurt us. It's for His good and His glory to bring us through, so we learn and grow from it. But if I only waddle in the circumstances in the storm all day and don't look at what I can be learning from it, then I'm going to stay in that circumstance. It's just like the children of Israel. They stayed in that wilderness longer than they had to, because they did more complaining. They did more focusing on the circumstances. They did more rebelling against Yah because they felt some type of way. And just like us, until we learn, like Joseph, when he realized, same way with Job, that they had pride in him. We can think we so good that we, again, self-worship. But we saying that we thank the Most High. We saying we thank God for this and that. But are we showing that we thankful? Like I said, it's easy to say something out your mouth. What they say, actions speak louder than words. Then the Most High knows the intention. I can say I forgive somebody with my mouth, but on the inside, I gotta, out against that person. I really haven't forgiven them. So, but with the story of Joseph, he had a lot of pride in him. From the time he told his father and his brothers, his dreams, and those dreams made him feel more greater than what he was. Not saying that his dreams wasn't what they was, because one thing is, the Most High give you a vision, or He give you a word, then it's going to come to pass, because He's not a man that He should lie. But he knew that Joseph had to go through a process of being humble, broken down. So when he did find himself in a position that the Most High was ready for, had for him, he was ready for it. And that's what He's doing with us. What He say? When He started a good work in us, He gonna finish it. But sometimes we gotta line ourselves up with His will. We can't take everything for granted, man. the grace and the mercy that the Most High has for us, or and how He's operating in our lives. When He say some things come by prayer and fasting, that's exactly what it means. Sometimes we got to be able to separate ourselves to meditate on Him. Yeah, it's good to read that word, but you read that word a little too much and not allowing your spirit to dissect it, and you allowing your flesh to dissect. Now you become just like the Pharisees and the Sadducees, because your understanding isn't given from Yah. Your understanding is given from you, which He say, don't lean onto your own understanding. I don't want to make this thing longer than what it has to be. But I just really feel like we have to accept the suffering for what it is. Understand that there's things about us that needs to be reshaped and remolded. This is why he tells us, renew the mind. Take that hardened heart that we had and change it to flesh. For most of us, the reason that the Most High is still able to deal with us and operate in us is because of our heart. We still have a good heart. As you see, a lot of people, as He spoke in Revelations, are becoming lovers of their self. Love has grown cold in them. Their heart is growing callous. It's a hardened heart. It's a rock heart. What did He do with the children of Israel when it came to the Pharaoh? He hardened his heart. But He told Moses that He was going to harden his heart. And it was so that he can get the glory. So when we're going through the fiery trials, and like you say, don't count nothing, don't count it strange when you're going through these things. Because again, everything that we must go through and endure is for the Most High to get the glory. But it's to build us to where He needs us, so we can get back in the position in which He wants us. Again, we are called to be something great. And if it's not in this dimension of this domain of this world, it surely is in the kingdom of heaven. Then this is why the enemy is going to continue to come after you. But take that again into account, that if the enemy is coming after you, that means you're doing what you need to be doing. I ain't saying it to say it to boast and brag, but take it to let you know that you're on the right track. He's not coming after those he has. He's not even paying those he has any attention. Him and his minions are focused on those who are not conformed to this world, those who are choosing to be set apart. David had to go through some suffering after coming unto Saul, right? He was being hunted by Saul and a lot of things. Because think about it, after he took down that giant, you can only imagine how much pride probably came in him, because he went from being a shepherd boy who his father really didn't pay him no attention. Jesse didn't pay him no attention, because when Samuel came looking for sons to be anointed, Jesse didn't even think about David. So he was dealing with the spirit of rejection, But rejection is protection. Rejection is for the Most High to sit you out aside. And when we are going through that spirit of rejection, when we first come into the Most High, most of us, we in a place of awe, because the spirit is really downloading into us as we start to get understanding. But again, after a while of us engaging, now we trying to play kind of like the field a little bit. We got a little understanding or comprehension of Yah. Now we want to go and dibble and dabble back into the world. And as we see, every time we try to go back into the world, we seem to get chastised, or that conviction comes in us way quicker than somebody who hasn't come unto Yah. We wondering, well, why this individual gets to do all this and that, and they ain't going through what I'm going through. It's because you've been called and you've been called to be set apart. So understand, man. It's not we not in a time where we need to keep playing games. We gotta elevate. It's people again that's waiting on us to get in our position. And the longer we take to get in our position, the longer it takes for those people waiting for us. So yes, the suffering part is for us as an individual to learn what we need to learn. One is ourselves, but also learn how to be able to have this relationship with the Most High. But the success is for others. Just like when David became king and he was a successful king, those around him, they were joyous. And just like when you read Kings and it talks about the kings that were righteous in the Most High eyes, because of their righteousness and their standard to be unto the Most High Yah, it affected those around them. It brought prosperity. It brought joy, you know. So I say this to say, you know, me and some brothers right now, we're trying to get some things together, and I don't want to speak on too much, like I said, because I'm letting the Most High operate. But I will say this: He's calling us to do something. I kind of spoke on this a while back, um, and like I said, I don't want to speak too much. But as I always tell y'all, when I come on here, I don't come on here for anything other than to do the will of the Most High and do the will of the Holy Spirit. And I sincerely mean that. I do that hoping that I can help individuals who coming into this walk. You know, when I say my people, when I say I'm talking about people of Yah. I don't care about the color of your skin. I don't care about your background or what you've been through, where you coming from. Because again, we all coming from different walks of life. We all done been through the muck. We all done been through some hardship. But if the Most High has called you out of that darkness, and he's trying to use you, and we all trying to figure out what our purpose is, not so much unto ourselves, but the purpose that the Most High has deemed for us. So I'm just gonna say, I'm gonna leave it hopefully in the description, man. But we looking to try to get some donations to build right now. Uh, and like I said, our main focus is on what the Most High told us to do. Those who need it, the needy, the downtrodden, the poor, the fatherless. You know, I see right now that it's a lot of foster care and group homes that have a lot of souls that that belongs to the Most High Yah, abandoned souls. And because the enemy system, the beast system, is regulating right now. Don't get me wrong, because Most High is always operating. Like you say, he operates on both sides. I really feel a urge and a need, man, to reach out and save some of these children that can be saved that's in these foster homes and group homes, because I look at it, man, a lot of these children become adults, and these adults become hardened-hearted, you know, because they felt like nobody was there for them, that abandonment. They felt like nobody cared. And I just want to be able to produce something